Daily calls live. Use the comment section there to send me your queries. I'll be happy to address them with our top market experts who will be joining in shortly. Our first update is on the markets as we are approaching the half-time trade. The market started off on a back foot and we are continuing to remain and hover in a very small range. 24,180 is where we are at as far as the Nifty is concerned. Let's see whether 24,200 can be seen protecting in the second half of the session today, and whether there is any sign of a pickup. You can see it's the PSU banks versus the private banks move that you're seeing in the markets that is contradictory to each other. Private banks being the heavy weighted space is declining, but PSU banks is the top moving sector, 1.2% higher. You're looking at pharma, metals, media, oil and gas, infrastructure, all of these sectors also contributing positive. Now, IT has also slipped into the red. IT, auto, real estate and private banks. Those are the big categories or the sectors that are declining in the session today. Let's also pull up the key movers as far as the top Nifty gainers on the session are concerned for all of you to see. Again, you will find a lot of names like Cipla, Trent, JSW Steel post earnings, that's moving higher. The quantum of gains is just between 1 to 2.5%. Bharti Airtel, NTPC, Nestle are the other stocks that are up and about in the session. You're also looking at ONGC, Power Grid, kind of names that are higher. But on the declining side, of course, it's the heavy weighted stocks like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, which has, in fact, ICICI Bank was up, but HDFC, Kotak and Axis, all of these three stocks are declining, with Axis Bank being the top laggard now. Maruti, Jio Finance, Bajaj Finance are other names that are also declining, but Reliance Industries that reacted to its stock, the earnings performance on Friday evening, and the stock moved up, in fact, about 1% higher. Let's see how the session is going for Reliance Industries as well at this point in time. So the stock is just holding up minor gains now, 0.3% higher at 1330 odd levels. Let's now welcome our guest on board. We have Nilesh Jain joining in from Centrum Research to give us more understanding of how to look at the markets currently. Welcome to you, Nilesh. Good afternoon, and good to have you at the starting of this week. Give us an understanding of what augurs well for the markets in this fresh and new week. The earnings continue to hover, take a lot of spotlight even now. We have about 150 companies that are going to be reporting earnings this week also. The sentiment did take a hit after fresh US-Iran tensions erupted on the weekend, and some more pressure on the private sector banks, as a lot of banks reported NIM pressure this time around. So that is pulling down the sentiment. But your sense of where do we go from here?
Sakshi, well, absolutely. In fact, after banking, majority of the banking came out with the numbers. We have seen some bit of selling pressure today. So banking is a laggard, no doubt about it. But Nifty is managing to sustain about 24,100 mark. That's the 21-day moving average support. So overall, the broader structure is still looking positive. Today, we have seen a decent correction after Friday's breakout. So the product structure, as mentioned, as long as Nifty trades about 24,000, 24,100 level, we can expect a gradual uptick towards 24,300, 24,400 going forward. Although banking is still stuck in a range. So the 200-day moving average support is at 57,300. As long as that is protected, there are high possibility of a pullback move in the bank Nifty as well towards 58,200 to 50,500. So overall, more sort of a range-bound session we are expecting today on benchmark indices. But yes, stock-specific action continues in the broader markets, where we are witnessing some bit of outperformance in the Nifty mid-cap and small-cap space. So pharma will be one space where the focus should be on looking at the market volatility, and another space would be FMCG. So these are the sectors that are looking positive, looking at the high volatile market, and stock-specific action is something that we are focusing on as of now in the market.
Okay. Let's take the next question. We have our viewers now writing in, Nilesh. We'll start taking those questions. Anuj Singh first has a question on Kernex Microsystems for you. He says, इसका शेयर उन्होंने 1699 के रेट पर लिया है, 100 शेयर्स हैं इनके पास, अगले एक साल के लिए इस शेयर पर बने रह सकते हैं, क्या सलाह होगी आपकी Kernex Micro में?
Well, Kernex is right now trading at 2,130 rupees, and looking at the broader setup, it is still looking strong. और मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि यहाँ से अगले एक साल के पर्सपेक्टिव से काउंटर में पोटेंशियल है कि ये 2600 से 2800 तक की रेंज में जा सकता है. सो ओवरऑल बाय एंड डिक्लाइन शुड बी द स्ट्रेटजी. जब तक काउंटर अपने 50 डे मूविंग एवरेज जो कि 1890 के आसपास प्लेस है उसके ऊपर ट्रेड कर रहा है, यहाँ पर अगर किसी के पास लॉन्ग पोजीशन है तो बने रह सकते हैं, बट एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पर जरूर मेंटेन करें। ग्रेजुअल अपटिक टुवर्ड्स 2400 इन द शॉर्ट रन एंड पोजिशनली 2600-2800 तक के लेवल देखने को मिल सकते हैं।
Okay, let's take the next query. We have Manoj asking you the next question. He wants to buy e-clerks. क्या इसे बाय कर सकते हैं सर? अगर 1 मंथ के लिए ही निवेश करना हो तो, और इसका टारगेट क्या होगा? ई-क्लर्क्स में अभी आप चार्ट्स पे क्या देख पा रहे हैं नीलेश जी? क्या अगर एकदम शॉर्ट टर्म का ही व्यू हो 1 महीने का, अभी खरीदना बेहतर रहेगा?
देखिए 43% का जंप जुलाई मंथ में अब तक हम ऑलरेडी देख चुके हैं और काफी ओवरबॉट हो चुका है, थोड़ी बहुत प्रॉफिट टेकिंग स्वाभाविक है, तो बेहतर होगा कि अगर थोड़ी डिक्लाइन मिलती है तब इसे ऐड करके चल सकते हैं। बट यस, हैविंग सेड दैट द अंडरलाइन स्ट्रक्चर इज पॉजिटिव। काउंटर में अभी भी स्ट्रेंथ नजर आ रही है, 2100 से 2150 तक की अपसाइड हमें देखने को मिल सकती है, बट बेहतर रिस्क एंड रिवॉर्ड के लिए थोड़ी सी गिरावट पर इसे ऐड करके चल सकते हैं। यहाँ पर स्टॉप लॉस अब निकल के आ रहा है 1800 के नीचे का।
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from Kamlesh Narkhede. ये लिखते हैं, नीलेश सर, हेल्थ केयर या हॉस्पिटल स्पेस में से कोई ऐसा शेयर बताएं जो लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए भी आपने इन्वेस्टमेंट कर सकता हूँ।
देखिए लॉरस लैब एक पर्टिकुलर काउंटर है, ये काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग चार्ट पैटर्न है इस पर्टिकुलर काउंटर का, लगातार एक सीरीज ऑफ हाई टॉप एंड हैबिट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन बना रहा है, बट बेहतर होगा कि इसे एक स्टैगर्ड वे में आप ऐड करके चल सकते हैं। अगर करंट लेवल पर ले रहे हैं तो थोड़ी सी जगह नीचे के स्तर पर आपके पास होनी चाहिए ऐड करने के लिए, और अंडरलाइन में स्ट्रेंथ नजर आ रही है टूवर्ड्स 17-1800 तक की अपसाइड हमें नियर टर्म में देखने को मिल सकती है। स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पर अब 1440 का रखना होगा, गिरावट पे खरीदारी करके चल सकते हैं।
Okay, let's take the next query. This one is from again one of our viewers जो कि हमारे साथ YouTube पर है। लार्सन एंड ट्यूब्रो पर इनका सवाल है, 10 शेयर्स है इनके पास, 3870 पर खरीदा है। अब क्या करना चाहिए? क्या अभी करंट लेवल्स पर और भी ऐड करना चाहिए एल&टी को इनको अपने पोर्टफोलियो में? ये आपसे जानना चाहते हैं।
देखिए अगर पोजिशनल लिहाज से होल्ड कर सकते हैं तो बिल्कुल एक पोर्टफोलियो काउंटर है, हालांकि मार्केट की वॉलेटिलिटी और जिस हिसाब से मिडल ईस्ट वॉर का एस्केलेशन अभी भी बना हुआ है, टेंशन बना हुआ है, तो उसके चलते यहाँ पर हमें थोड़ा बहुत दबाव देखने को मिल सकता है। बट अगर पोजिशनल नजरिया है तो बिल्कुल यहाँ पर एक स्टैगर्ड वे में इसे एक पोर्टफोलियो में ऐड करके चल सकते हैं। निचले स्तर पर 3600 के नीचे का स्टॉप लॉस रखना होगा, और ग्रेजुअली रिसेंटली हमने देखा था कि 40 to 4300 तक का एक मूव देखा था, सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ मूव गोइंग फॉरवर्ड हमें फिर से नियर टर्म में देखने को मिल सकता है।
Okay, let's take the next query. This one is from again one of our viewers. This is Momita from Kolkata. She says, hi Sakshi and Nilesh sir. Hello to you as well, Momita. The question that she has is on Aadhar Housing Finance. 537 पर इन्होंने ये खरीदा हुआ है शेयर। अब पूछना चाहती हैं आपसे, यहाँ से आगे कैसे देखते हैं आप आधार हाउसिंग फाइनेंस को?
देखिए शॉर्ट टर्म का स्ट्रक्चर फिलहाल साइडवेज टू वीक थोड़ा नजर आ रहा है। 500 इनफैक्ट स्पेसिफिकली 495 495 का यहाँ पर एक स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट है, वहां पर सबसे पहले आपको स्टॉप लॉस रखना होगा, और गोइंग फॉरवर्ड अगर ये 525 के ऊपर निकल जाता है तब यहाँ पर फिर से मोमेंटम 540 560 तक का देखने को मिल सकता है। बट फिलहाल के लिए थोड़ा सा रेंज में फंसा हुआ है और साइडवेज नजर आ रहा है, एक स्टॉप लॉस के साथ एक बार के लिए बने रह सकते हैं।
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेरी ले लेते हैं। ये सवाल हमारे पास आया है एक और हमारे दर्शक का, और जो कि हमारे साथ व्हाट्सएप के ज़रिए पूछ रहे हैं सवाल। अर्पण है कोलकाता से, लिखते हैं, सर आई वुड अप्रिशिएट योर गाइडेंस ऑन BPCL एट द करंट लेवल्स, प्लीज एडवाइज फॉर शॉर्ट टू मीडियम टर्म व्हाट कैन बी द प्रोबेबल टारगेट। Nilesh, yet again we are seeing that the crude oil prices are yet again elevating, so you're seeing $90 a barrel, and every time we see crude prices rising there is pressure on the oil marketing companies like BPCL, HPCL and IOCL. Today again this entire space is under pressure because of the sharp spike in crude prices. Your sense of how would you look at BPCL?
Absolutely, Sakshi. So once again, looking at the kind of escalation, fresh escalation, the crude oil prices have started moving higher, and looking at the undertone and structure of the Brent crude, I think this momentum should continue, which will be having a negative impact on OMC counters. So as far as BPCL is concerned, the only positive I see in the recent time is that the counter has reclaimed its all short-term moving averages. So just in case if it breaks above 321, then it will be considered as a consolidation breakout. Then target on the upside will open up for 340 plus. So keep an eye on 321 level on the upside and 300 on the lower side. That's the 50-day moving average. So that's the range as of now, 300 to 321. Whichever side it will break, we can expect follow-up move of 15 to 20 rupees in that particular direction. But if you see, because of the rising crude oil prices, the oil upstream companies like Oil India and ONGC, both the counters after forming a good base formation started moving higher. So keep an eye on oil upstream companies where we continue to remain bullish.
Okay, let's take the next one. This one is from again one of our viewers. Okay, we have Aman wanting to know about windless biotech. At this point in time, how do you view this stock and what is the future outlook on this share, windless biotech? Currently at 865, the stock is up by 2.5%. But last 6 months probably just sideways with a slight momentum. Your own sense here, Nilesh ji.
Well, Sakshi, this counter is looking sideways as of now, but what I see on the chart is that there is little bit less volume, and counter has formed a good base formation. So the counter has in fact surpassed all key short-term, long-term moving averages as well. So the setup is turning positive. If already bought, then keep a trailing stop loss now at 836. Stay put. Just in case if it breaks above 900, that will give a confirmation of a long consolidation breakout. Then the target on the upside will open up for 1000 plus as well. So overall, setup is looking positive. Stay put with the trailing stop loss.
Okay, let's take the next query. This one is again from one of our viewers, Vijay from Chennai. He says, hi Nilesh sir, can you please give me some understanding on Medi Assist? I bought at 580, but it has fallen sharply. It's now trading around 350. What should I do with my losses on the counter? Medi Assist पर इनको काफी नुकसान हो रहा है. क्या करें निलेश?
Well, still not looking that promising. The structure is constantly indicating a weakness. So in between, we saw some bit of a pullback. That pullback was not able to sustain at the high levels overall. Looking at the setup, quite possible that it may continue to witness time-wise correction. And the next important support I can see on the chart is somewhere around 348. So if it breaks below 348, then you should get out from the long position and shift to the better options available. But this particular counter looks sideways as of now. And just in case if it breaks above 375, that will give a confirmation of a breakout. Then upside will open up for 400 plus.
Okay, let's take the next query. This one is from one of our viewers again. This is Raju Tiwari. He wants to know, which are the stocks I should invest in amid the current Q1 season? Have any stocks become more attractive or value buys for long-term investors? Anything that has come onto your radar from the earnings that have come in so far, last about 2 weeks odd or so? And we have seen that many of the stocks have reported better than expected numbers so far, and your own sense of where would you approach for value buying at this stage, Nilesh?
Sakshi, result season have just started, so it will be too early to jump into buying as of now. So I would rather wait for another month or so. Let
Okay.
the majority of the numbers let come out, and but whatever space that is available that is looking positive, I can see the focus is shifting toward defensive. So pharma will be in focus. Apart from that, FMCG consumption that will again back into the action. So keep an eye on consumption and pharma as of now, and also healthcare and hospitals. So this space as of now, looking at the market volatility, are looking better placed. Within private sector bank, we saw a very good number from ICICI Bank. So that is one counter that is looking attractive on technical front as well, but not advisable to chase the momentum at the high level. Better strategy would be to buy and decline.
Okay, let's take the next one then. We have this question from Saleem who wants to know on Piramal Pharma from Nilesh. 2000 shares is what he has at 168. He needs a view for short to medium term on Piramal Pharma.
PPL Pharma, so that's right now trading at 178. And looking at this setup, some bit of positive uptick can be seen going forward towards the levels of 186 to 190. So if already bought it, then stay put. Keep a trailing stop loss now at 171, and the setup is looking positive.
Okay. I hope that this has helped you. Let's take the next query then. This one is from One of our viewers, Sandeep from Hyderabad, he says, I have NAM India shares in my portfolio at 800 levels, and I want to know whether the current market price is giving me opportunity to add more stocks at the current juncture in my portfolio. NAM India.
Right. NAM
NAM,
India,
yeah.
right. NAM India right now is at 1172 rupees, and the setup is looking positive. Although due to the recent run up that we have seen for the last couple of days, there could be possibility that we may see some bit of consolidation. But from a positional perspective, I think there is some more room left on the upside, maybe towards 1220, 1250 kind of levels can be seen in the near term. It has a very good support at 1120. That should be your stop loss if you are buying at current level. And if you have already bought it, then also keep a stop loss at 1120. Stay put for upside move towards 1230, 1250.
Okay, let's take Shrikant's question now. He's from Mysore and he wants to know about HDFC Bank. Can he buy the stock now for short term perspective only? We have seen the stock react negatively today, right after the earnings have come in. Many brokerage houses have constantly put in even more, seen that the stock can underperform even going forward from here. The stock has already been in a big underperforming zone. Today it's down by 5 odd percent, trading at almost 779 odd levels. And we have many, brokerage houses that have given positive outlook also, and there is a mixed set of outlook going forward from here. So let's try and understand on HDFC Bank what exactly should one fathom. The company's management has said that the bank constantly feels the pressure from competition at this point in time as well. NIMs have been under pressure. This is despite the fact that asset quality continues to improve. How would you really look at HDFC Bank that has been a big underperformer so far, and what should investors do?
Today we saw a gap down opening post numbers. Clearly, a sharp negative sentiment can be seen in this particular counter. We have also seen a sell crossover on momentum indicators and oscillators front. So, kind of a breakdown. Not advisable to take any contraband as of now because there might be possibility that the counter may slip further towards 760, 750 on the lower side. So, ideally, if somebody is looking to make a fresh entry, then wait for a dip maybe towards 750 to 730. That can be a good entry point from a position perspective. Again, if somebody is looking to make, take a trading bet, then also I would advise, stay away for the time being. You have better options to play in the private sector bank that, as I mentioned, ICICI Bank, that is looking strong on the chart. But one can avoid HDFC Bank from a trading perspective. But having said that, positionally for next 1 year perspective, I think this counter can be added in a staggered manner. So buy and dip for positional perspective, from a trading perspective, avoid.
Okay, got that. I hope that this has helped you out. Let's take some more questions from our viewers then. We have the next question coming in from Sunil from Karnataka. He says, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, how do you view this and what can be the target in the near term for Ujjivan Small Finance Bank?
Near-term target could be somewhere around 68, 70 on the upside, and stop loss should be placed at 60. So that's the range as of now, and it is also on the verge of a breakout. Just in case if it breaks above 68, we'll get a confirmation. Then target on the upside will again open up for 72 to 75 as well.
Okay, let's take the next query. This one is from GD Rao from Andhra Pradesh, who says, we eagerly wait for your show daily calls. Thank you so much, Mr. Rao, for writing in such warm words. I truly hope that this show is helping you out in your investment journey with guidance from top market experts like Nilesh on our program. We'll help you out with your query today as well. You've asked on Grow shares, and you got this stock at 213 levels in your portfolio, and you want to know that despite it delivering good results, the stock is now somehow cooling off. So should you average or not? What are the support and target levels that you could be advised? Okay, ग्रो शेयर्स को कैसे देखते हैं अभी आप नीलेश जी, और करंटली जो अभी थोड़ी सी डिप्स नजर आ रहे हैं, क्या इसमें और ऐड करना चाहिए पोजीशन?
आप बिल्कुल ऐड करके चल सकते हैं, प्रोवाइडेड 790 के नीचे ब्रेक नहीं होना चाहिए। 790 का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टॉप लॉस आपको मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा, वो एक स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट है। और हालांकि 220 का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग हर्डल भी है, तो 190 से 220 का एक 30 पॉइंट का रेंज है इस पर्टिकुलर काउंटर का। करंट लेवल पर सिंस ये अपने सपोर्ट के पास अप्रोच कर रहा है तो रिस्क एंड रिवॉर्ड थोड़ा फेवरेबल है, तो बिल्कुल यहाँ पर एग्जिस्टिंग लॉन्ग पोजीशन को होल्ड कर सकते हैं, बट 190 का स्टॉप लॉस जरूर मेंटेन करें।
Okay, let's take Piyush Arora's question next. He's from Delhi and he says, could you please advise me on Misho shares? I got this stock at 188 in my portfolio and I want to know what's next for this company. Of course, here also the charts are limited for you, but the stock has actually started to perform well over the last couple of weeks. Your sense on how would you look at Misho?
Well, certainly we have seen some bit of positive development coming in this particular counter on technical front,
Yeah.
and the immediate support is currently at 187, so that should be your stick stop loss. Bought it recently, I guess there could be possibility of a move towards 195 to 200, and just in case if it breaks above 200, so there will be another breakout and target on the upside will open up for 210 to 220 as well. So stay put, keeping a very small stop loss at 180, 187.
Okay, let's take the next query. This one is from Subbu from Madhya Pradesh. Wants to know about LTTS, L&T Technology Services. At 3800, got the stock and wants to know what is the trend looking like going forward and what could be the target going forward from here on LTTS.
Well, LTTS is looking sideways. Recently, we saw good momentum, but that again got fizzled out because 200-day long-term moving average resistance is placed at 36.37. So 3637 is acting as a strong barrier as of now. So if already bought it, then keep a tight stop loss now, which is placed at 3250. So 3250 should be your stop loss, and if you get any pullback towards 3600 again, so that's the area where ideally one should, exit and book profit.
Okay, let's take the next query. This one is from one of our viewers. This is Srikant from Bengaluru, who says, I have a question on SBI. I bought this at 770. Is it good to average or should I book my profit?
See, we saw a couple of PSU banks numbers that were on a positive side, and today as well, we can see some bit of carnage in couple of private sector banks, but SBI is still holding on to its gain. So setup-wise looks positive. Continue to hold your existing long position, keeping a trailing stop loss now, which is placed at 1030. So 1030 should be your stop loss, and we may see a pullback move towards 1070 to 1100 going forward. So positionally as well, it's a good bet to stay put in your portfolio. And if you want to stay put, keeping a broader stop loss that's coming somewhere around 1000. So that's the long-term 200-day moving average support, which is at 1000. So you can keep that as a stop loss from a positional perspective. We may see a gradual uptick towards 1150 to 1200 as well in next 1 to 1.5 years.
Okay, let's take. Okay, we'll now ask you for your top choice of stocks. If you could advise, Nilesh, for all our viewers watching.
Right, so I have a couple of buy recommendations. First of all, IDFC First Bank, that's looking positive for 83 to 85 levels on the upside. So keeping a stop loss below 79.50, IDFC First Bank is something that is looking positive on the chart. Apart from that, within pharma space, as I mentioned, pharma, healthcare, hospital stocks are looking comparatively better place. So Divi's Lab will be another pick on a long side. We are expecting a move towards 7600 to 7800 in the near term. Keeping the stop loss below 70 to 50, Divi's Lab is also buy.
All right, okay, so you have these two stock ideas coming in from Nilesh where he sees constant pressure and constant up move. You can totally see that both these stocks are at the day's high point and some more move is expected going forward from here. Thank you so much, Nilesh, for being with us on the program and helping us with all your guidance to our viewers. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Viewers, we'll look at how the markets are trading, any more big moves that we can spot in the markets today. We'll look at the Nifty 500 moves to see where the momentum is. We saw Tattva Chintan Pharma hit a 20% circuit. Now it's opened and it's trading at 18 odd percent right now. You're looking at Cross Limited shares about 14% higher. Mrs. Bector's Foods also continues with a positive move, 11% up. You're looking at Turtle Mint FinTech Solutions about 10% higher today. Then you have names like Jana Small Finance Bank is up by 7 odd percent. You also have names like Tips Music, 6.5% higher. In fact, the stock is also in momentum because of a buyback news that the company is looking at. So you can clearly see that the stock is on an upward move right now. Then you also have many other names that are pointing out to strong momentum at this point in time. We also have Advait Energy Transitions, that's up in the session. So those are some names that are actually doing well in an otherwise session, which is seeing the Nifty continue to just hover around 24,177 odd levels as well. Let's actually look at some of the other big names that we can track. IT space has in fact seen some profit taking. You can see a 0.25% lower action there. On the declining side, keep a mark. You can see HDFC Bank constantly declining 4.5%. You have Gensol Engineering that's down. Then you also have names like